What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I think we need to take some time to talk about something specific with Terra Luna Classic. And I think people need to get an understanding of what the vision is or what the path is to getting to 1 cent. Because 1 cent is not impossible. Even at the current stage where our supply is, 1 cent is not impossible. And I know that, but a lot of other people don't know that. They see it and they're like, yeah, this isn't really possible, but you haven't really done the math, and it definitely is possible. Is it less likely to happen? Probably, but I can explain exactly what that is, right, and why that is. So make sure you guys hit the like button on this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. I think what we're gonna do in this video is go through a full breakdown of exactly what the 1.2% would end up burning throughout time if it does get implemented at a current stage, and then sees kind of everything stay the same, and then we'll hopefully have time to factor in some other things. But like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when I post another video. If you're one of those subscribers or not subscribers that have come back, you're return viewers but you haven't subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It helps me out. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me there. I do have a lot of stuff that I post about Lunic and about, Shiba Inu or whatever cryptocurrency I'm talking about on that day. But let's take some time to look at Terra for a little bit. You know the places that we focus, right? We look at the market cap, we look at the circulating supply, the max supply, and we obviously look at the price. These are the main pieces that we're looking at. These are all things that tie together, right? Price multiplied by the supply equals the market cap. So they all really flow together, and we want to know that. We also factor in the volume. Volume is a very big piece to see how much we can burn off when it comes to implementing that 1.2%, right? Because the amount of volume will tell us the percentage that ends up going towards this burn. So we've seen a number of days where it was at 300 or 500, even a billion. I was going to say 500 million or a billion total volume, dollars in volume. And then we even seen 1.7 billion. So I'm going to put this at a range when I do my analysis of 500 million. And then we'll do the analysis off of that. But mainly we want to focus on this. We obviously want to burn off the 6.9 trillion, so 6,906,000,000,000. We want to focus on that number, 6,906,000,000,000, right? And we'll factor that in to the analysis in a little bit. The market cap, we're looking at about a $1 billion market cap. So let's just say it is a $1 billion market cap. And then we're also going to factor in whatever the price is, somewhere around this range, maybe a little bit more. So we want to get an understanding of how long it will take us to burn off the supply if this is implemented. Is it going to be something that takes 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? And my overall comment on this, when people ask me, hey, how long is this going to take? And I say it can definitely happen in less than a year. They're like, how? How can that happen in less than a year? Well, all you have to do is really the math. And it all depends on a bunch of different things because you have variables that take place. But the first thing we wanted to look at, let's go and look at this right here. So what I put here was basically the number of days that it would take for this to play out. Volume per day, you're looking at 500 million. The amount that's going to be burned, that's the burn tax in dollars. And it would go to 6 million that would be burned off there. But what does that equal in the total amount burned? 50 billion that's burned per day. 50 billion per day, literally 20 days, and you're looking at $1 trillion that you're burning off. So it's not really that long of time for you to burn off the 7 trillion that you need. That's if the price stays the same. Now, we all know that the price is going to increase as people see where the path is, and it burns off the first 50 billion, the next 50 billion, maybe the first trillion. You're going to start to see that price really adjust, really change, and maybe we can factor that in. But if we look at this over the first 30 days of, let's scroll down here. So over the first 30 days of burning, it's 1.5 trillion that you're able to burn off over the first 30 days. That's if everything stays the same, where you see the 6 million in the tax, or 500 million in the total volume, and are also seeing it at the same market cap. Now, we could see this market cap rise, and if the market cap rises, most likely the amount of volume that goes through is going to rise as well. So say we get to this date, and that's where it starts to rise, right? That's where we can factor that in. But let's hold off on that. Let's show you how many days this would take to burn off the total supply. It would take 138 days, or technically 138 days, because this one should be out of here. 138 days, it would get you to 6.9 trillion, and you would leave 6 billion that's left in there, right? Because 6 billion is what is in total supply. So we would be leaving 6 trillion in there. Now, it's only going to go until it gets to 10 billion, and then it's going to stop, then it's going to halt. But either way, we're going to see an easier method to get to 1 cent. Now, if we were trying to factor in something else and say, all right, after the first 30 days, if we burn off 1.5 trillion, people are going to see that image. And now they're going to be like, all right, well, you know what? I want to get into this. You're going to see the market cap rise, and you're going to see this maybe, let's say, increase triple in price, right? A $3 billion market cap, which is definitely a bigger market cap. And a $3 billion market cap at this point, you're really just looking at this triple in the price that you would see there. So basically where that is, I'm trying to figure that out based on the total amount that's there. Let's just say that's it, right? I'm not going to adjust that price. I think we're going to have to adjust the price eventually. But if you do see the $3 billion market cap, you're going to see a higher price because one, you burned off 1.5 trillion. You're also going to see people that get into it, and that's the reason why you're going to see this. Let's say it just increased to get to take off another zero, right? That's 5 billion that you're going to end up burning off. Couldn't think of the words. You're going to end up burning off there. Well, if you're seeing a $3 billion market cap, most likely you're going to see a lot more volume go through. So not only are you going to see a $500 million market cap, you're going to see a $1.5 billion market cap. So still being able to burn off 15 billion. And that's being conservative. I feel like with a $3 billion market cap, you're going to see a lot of volume because as this does increase in price, as it does gain or lose another zero, we're going to see this volume buying and selling get affected in a big way. So not only are you seeing a 1.5, let's just leave it at 1.5. And we would say, all right, for the next 30 days there, we're going to say that goes to 1.5. And that's going to be another 15 billion. Let me bring this down here all the way down to there. And then we're also going to factor in the price change. So that's going to go all the way down to here. So then we're burning off another 15 billion per day. So the total that we burn off within that next 30 days is 450 billion. That would be a total 450 billion and a total there of about 1.9 trillion that you would have there. Now it still creates that clear path. And as you see that increase there, you're going to see this probably increase to about 5 billion. And now we're looking at a lot of volume that's going through. We create a ton of popularity, and this is all speculation. Let's say we have about one more billion in volume, right? Let's say we have the same amount. Let's keep this going with the same amount. Obviously, it's going to be more of an impact or less of an impact as you do see that there. Let me go ahead and erase this. Come on. So yeah, let me bring this all the way down. Let me show you that there. And then we're also going to increase the price, right? We burned off 2 trillion. We're still looking at that price. Let's say this increases to 0.2 or no, 0.3, right? We burned off 2 trillion, right? Not 1.5. So it's 2 trillion. And let's bring that down to right here. Boom. So now we're burning off 6 billion per day within that. So it's going to take a little bit to burn off 6 billion per day. That's 186 billion that you're able to burn off within that time period. So it all depends on how long it takes for this, the market cap to increase. If the market cap increases, the supply ends up, decreasing in total. Well, now you're obviously looking at a difficult situation to burn more, but it will end up happening. let's say that that ends up being where it stays because people see the popularity, it stays right there. Well, it's going to take a lot longer. It'll take a little bit longer, probably somewhere around, let's say 300 days, maybe a full year, but it's going to take less time than you think. You think it's going to take 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. It may end up happening in the first 100 days, depending on how this market cap reacts, depending on how the price reacts. We may see this price end up getting to a level of $10 billion in market cap. But if it does, what is the volume going to look like at that time? We've seen things like ApeCoin that have hit $10 billion in volume while still only having a $1 billion or a $3 billion price, right? So seeing that up in these higher areas or whatever, $5 billion price or market cap. So you're seeing $10 billion in volume. So we can definitely see more volume to burn more coins, and we can also see more of a market cap to burn less coins. So it all depends on those two variables, really, because if you see more of a market cap, the price goes up, makes it difficult. If you see more of volume, you're going to see the price that probably stays the same or wherever it is, and you're going to be able to burn off more Luna as the price of Luna is, so low. So I'm really excited to see what this does. I know it hasn't been implemented yet, but when it does get implemented, what does it mean? Does it mean that we're going to see it burn off in 100 days? Does it mean that we're going to see it burn off in 1,000 days, right? Or whatever, right? It may take a long time, but from my understanding, if this does get implemented the way that I believe it's going to be implemented, and the amount of pushback that you see from the other groups that probably will end up getting into it because they believe or they think that we're all full of shit, for lack of a better term. And then they get into it and they're creating more volume into the position, sell a little bit early, and they're creating that 1.2% burn tax. So not only we're going to see buying, we're going to see selling in that volume. And I think we're going to see massive amounts on both sides, which creates a ton that we're burning off. So we could see it as low as 138 days. We could see it as high as maybe 2 years. But I think that it will happen within the first year. I think that we'll see a penny well before, this date. If we even look at the basic level of just understanding what it would be at a penny in these stages, it's a $65 billion market cap, right? If we look at this level at 1 penny, let's delete that. If we look at this level at 1 penny, that is a $65 billion market cap. That's not absurd. That is a level that it could get to if popularity was strong enough, right? That's a level that it could get to. I'm not saying that it will. It's highly unlikely that it will, but it could get to it, especially during a massive bull run where people see a lot of opportunity. However, when you do start burning off more coins and you see this go from 6.5 billion to 4.5 billion, well, now you're looking at a $45 billion market cap, a lot more obtainable. You burn off more, you're looking at a $25 billion market cap. Definitely a lot more obtainable. And then you start to get to a point to where you're now at the hundreds of billions and you're looking at a $5 billion market cap for 1 penny. So people see the opportunity and they don't understand that 1 penny is obtainable now. But when we burn off more, it's definitely going to be obtainable then. So the people that are holding quite a lot right now are going to gain so much out of this opportunity that it's just a no-brainer right now. You're literally finding a way to guarantee gaining 2 zeros out of it. 2 zeros out of it. So if you're holding $10,000 worth, you're gaining 2 zeros out of it. That's $1 million. I mean, it's as simple as that. Right. So anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. I know this was a long video. Hopefully this did explain exactly how long it will take to get to 1 cent by the year, at the end of 2022. And how obtainable it actually is, how we can get to 1 cent this early. So like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Twitter at Perry8K. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch you in the next one.